Our first speaker tonight is Vicki Chatterton, and the gist of her, the main part of her speech is selling a product, something that I think everybody's in sales one way or another. And the topic, or the title of her speech is Smart Roads. Vicki.
Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, have you ever been driving over the pass, heading over to Seattle, and the road conditions are just horrific, and you're thinking to yourself, I wish we had a different road system. Well, I'm here to tell you, with technology, they are coming up with new road systems, and these are called smart roads. And what smart roads are hexagon panels that are solar operated, and they're going to be placing these on the highways, in city streets, and parking lots. And there's very well-known facts that these will be more productive. Let me tell you a little bit more about these solar panels that these smart roads are made out of. Like I said, they're hexagon. They have LED lights in them. And so therefore, when you're driving, they will light up the road with LED lights rather than having to paint lines on them. And I'll get back to that in a moment. Another thing that these solar panels will have is a heating element, which will be nice because you won't have to worry about the road being icy because it will be warm enough to have this runoff and you won't have the water frozen on these panels. And third is the power grid, because not only will the solar panel heat or take the solar and use it in this device for the road. But as they progress more and more, the cities that put them in perhaps will be able to use the solar power for other things as well, if they can get strong enough. So let me tell you a little bit more about this. As I said, going up the pass, we have treacherous road conditions. One of them may be there is wildlife on the road. Well, these smart panels are able to distinguish if it's a heavy enough animal, not like a chipmunk or a squirrel, but like a deer or an elk. If it's on the roadway, it will be able to determine that it is and alert drivers down the way because of these LED lights. Caution, there's obstruction on the roadway. It'll be able to tell drivers what's going on. There's going to have some sort of learning the new system of lights to where we'll understand that a hexagon with an animal on the roadway means that in the near future you're going to see this. So these LED lights will not only have warning, but they'll also have the lanes. I don't know if anybody has traveled on Snoqualmie Pass lately. They have put LED lights up at the very top in the winter. And I think that's great because it really helps, because I've driven in the winter at night and it's hard to see those lines, so the LED lights help. However, they're out in a lot of places and then you don't have any lines. With these, they're going to have it to where if one of the panels gets broken or is malfunctioning, the other ones take over. So it'll be an infrastructure that tells you what's going on within the system, and they'll be able to alert the authorities, the Department of Transportation, you need to come fix this in a really timely manner so that we will have those lights. Another thing is that in parking lots, they'll be able to use the LED lights to change the structure. Say you have 2 handicap parking spaces and they both get filled up. Another space will be created for a handicap spot. And therefore, it will help with parking lots. Who would like, when you go to a football game or a baseball game, the Mariners Safeco Field, to be able to have traffic diverted to where it's a lot faster? They're saying if they can use these smart panels, then they'll be able to alert drivers miles away. We have congestion and avert them different ways. And they say that it's going to take time off of the congestion that we have. So these LED lights are really interesting. I was concerned when I found out about this, though, of the surface, because you think that it's going to be a glass panel. And if any of you have ever felt water on glass, it's pretty slippery. I was like, okay, so you have this water, and it's melted because they say that it's going to be heated. What's going to happen? Well, what they've come out with is two different types of surfaces. One for more city-type driving, which isn't as thick and as porous. Then they also have one for high-speed traffic, which would be the highways. 80 miles an hour, they say that you'll be able to stop, even if it's wet. They're working on this wonderful technology. And like I said, it's going to heat the panels so that it never has frost or ice on it. But where is this going to go? Well, they're going to have channels along where it goes, the water drains into either a system or into a treatment center or another way in order to reuse this water. So not only are we going to have solar power, we might be able to use the water power as well. Hi, how are you?
Good.
And another thing that I touched on is the electricity or power that the solar panels will be using. It will be collecting, and right now with technology, it's just enough to light up the roadway and so forth. But as it gets stronger and stronger, they are feeling that it can also utilize other areas. I don't know if you've noticed in East Wenatchee, some of the stop signs have little solar plates on them, and they flash the red lights to let people know. So solar technology is going to be more and more relevant. Another thing is with the glass, if you've ever had an iPhone or a smartphone and you've dropped it, has anybody seen what happens to the screen?
Yeah.
It kind of shatters. How are they going to have something thick enough, but you can also see the light from over it? They have come up with the technology to where they say that each panel will be able to hold 250,000 pounds. And that's a lot because the average semi-truck is 80,000 pounds. But the reason why they had to go up even further is our logging trucks, which we have a lot of in Washington State, they don't have scales when they come off the mountains with the logs, and they don't know how heavy those are. And so therefore, they had to make something that was going to be strong enough to withstand the pressure and not make these panels look like they are our iPhones that just fell on the floor. This technology is coming out. I don't know, in 2006, this company came up with the idea. It is called Smart Roads Company. It is a startup, like many of the new companies. In 2014, November, George Takei, who is Mr. Sulu, he posted the video about this on his Facebook page. He has a tremendous amount of followers. A lot of people picked up on this, watched this video. They had done a crowdfunding project, and the company had wanted $1 million. Because George Takei posted it, they ended up getting $2.2 million just for more research and development. Technology is coming. Our roads are going to be safer. I'm looking forward to the day of when I can drive over the pass and not have to look at the website and look at what the road condition is going to be and hope that it is correct. Because I will know that our roads are now smart roads, and we're going to take care of everybody, and we will have better driving and safer conditions. Mr. Postmaster.